Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Ishiten here. Today we are going to talk about Duskmourn. So Duskmourn pre-release was the last weekend, and then they are going to finally release on Arena and the Magic Online in this during this week. So we are going to check about the impact on Standard. We tried some Standard decks in the last 2 weeks, and today we are going to check out how Duskmourn is going to impact the Standard, maybe make some prediction there. So this video divided into two parts. First one is additional cards to the existing decks, and then the potential new decks. Alright, let's go with the addition to existing decks. First deck I'm going to talk about is the Domain. So we tried Domain, and we think the deck is quite powerful. Like it ram into big cards, and we cast lots of big cards like Starfall, and then if we try to resolve Trexer, and then the Archangel of Wrath, just keep the life total really high, and then cast big spell for the win. So in the next set, during our gameplay, we know there's some problem for the mana base. The lands are always a problem because we don't have the tri-lands now. So the first addition to the deck is the Overlord of the Hornwoods. This avatar, basically we go 3 mana, then we try to create a tapped colorless land tokens linked everywhere, which is every basic land type. So this helps us to have a better mana, and then also it helps us to have a one land that able to reduce 5 mana on Leyline Smiting. This is really important. This deck spend some time to playing tap lands at the early turns, and then having 1 mana removals is so important. So it makes Leyline Smiting so much better, and also it is a good threat, right? It's a 3 mana 6/5. Before we have the Harvest, 3 mana, just an artifact. It does gain you free life when you need it, but it also spend lots of mana to doing so. And this is a good threat. It's just a 5 mana. It's just a 6/5, and then when you at the late game, you're trading all the resources, and then this card can just take over the games. The other card that's a huge upgrade is the Hushwood R. This land is the perfect land for the Domain. It's an untapped land for green source, so the Overlord will make the green source demand on the green mana, you need double green for that. But then the Verge just provide you untapped green source, which is really good. And then the deck need lots of double white mana. When you have the Lockdown or the Sunfall, all of them will require you to have double white mana, and also the Archangel. So this land really helped you to get 2 white mana much more. When you have especially the deck is playing lots of Seville land, and they are having the forest or playing basic land type. So we are always going to have a higher chance we will not stuck at white mana. It happens couple of times we are not able to get double white mana in our playtest before. So yeah, and especially now we only have we don't have the Harvest anymore, so we may not need to play so many basic planes. Our basic lands is only for the passage, and I think this land will make the mana base a huge upgrade to the Domain. Next deck we are going to talk about is the Guro Powers. It is just a very aggressive deck, lots of cheap creatures, and then pump spell to go over with Innkeeper's Talent, and then some protection spells. So the first addition to the deck is the Turn Inside Out. It is 1 mana +3/+0, and then when it dies, we just manifest into manifest Jack for a 2/2, or maybe if you hit something better like any type of mouse, then it would be much better. This is a protection spell. When you face some maybe removal spells, you can cast this to make to turn this into a 2/2, or it can just 1 mana to pumping up 3 additional damage. The deck don't really mind to have like cheap 1 mana, like cheap fast damage, and also this just let you to like trade off a little bit more. The other one is the red green version. Like this deck is basically mono red splashing green, and then this land is like basically perfect for the mana fixing. Like most of the time when you like lack of green mana, the deck is like you drawing like lots of mountains for the deck. Like when you draw the pink land or the fast land, you're not like worried about this the version not generating green mana, and you only worry about not able to hit green mana when you draw like mono mountains, and this land just fixed that issue. So this is the perfect land for the deck. So a very nice mana base upgrade, and then like a good 1 mana fast damage. So yeah, definitely having some good upgrade for the deck. And then it's another aggro deck. It's Jeskai aggro. Is basically a convoke. Like we try to like cast cheap creatures and try to convoke into the night era of the EOs, and then like we can have like recruiter or like case to like pump up the whole team. Also the demonation to making lots of tokens. So the first addition to the deck is the Doormaker shop. This card is we can like cast it for 2, and then like whenever we attack with 1 long toy creatures, then we can create a 1/1 toy white toy artifact tokens. Like being an artifact is really important. And then when you hit 6 mana, maybe you mana flood or like you have a boss door. This deck, this you can like go for the second, like not the second state, like cast it for the 6 mana, open the door, and then like your creature will become like equals to the number of creature you control. Like the power and toughness equal to creature number of creature you control, which is normally like you will have like a bunch of like 4/4 or 5/5 or even 6/6. Yeah, the second stage is perfect for the deck. Like when you go mana flood, you like you're not able to attack into your opponent. You just like having a boss door. You just sitting there, like maybe cash in your map or cash in your crew, and then you just like hit 6 mana, and then like everything become really big and win the game. The second addition is the red room, like Painter Studio and the Defacer Gallery. Like Defacer Gallery is basically the softer side of case. Like every attacking creature gets +1/+0, and then the other side is like Painter Studio is the 3 mana, just draw 2 cards. So this is also a mana flood mana first secure. Like you try to like when you mana flood, you just like having 3 mana, try to draw 2 cards. Otherwise you just cast it for 2 mana and then like just pump up your whole team. Yeah, this like when we play a deck, we feel like the 3 mana cards are like a little bit weak for the deck, like the War Leader's Call or the 3 mana 2/1 Battle Cry guy. So like this 2 card is just much better. Like it costs 2. The deck, like most of the time the deck doesn't really go to that long. So this 2 card provide long game and then still good in the short game. Like cost you only 2 manas. So yeah, I think this 2 card is like perfect addition to the Jeskai Convoke decks. And then the other one would be Boa's Token Control. We make a really good result. Like we just cast lots of back with like Caretaker's Talent, and then the Forge, like getting lots of card advantage, and then we get like Sunfall to sweep, or like temporary lockdown to sweep the board, to control the board, and then like win with like infinite card advantage. And then we also have like Fountain Port or like Mirax, Fountain Port Mirax, and then also the Virtue of Loyalty. So the first addition to the deck is the Enduring Innocence. Like this is a 3 mana 2/1 lifelink. When we have like a 2 or less, a creature with power 2 or less enters, and then we can draw a card. Basically this card is like the 5th or 6th copy of Caretaker's Talent. We want like every token comes into play, we just draw a card, and also this is really hard to kill, right? unless they have the torch to exile it. Otherwise, your opponent have to like destroy this card twice to destroy this card twice to like stop the card drawing abilities. So we know the deck won lots of card advantage. Like we have like lots of like spot removal and then some Reaper, and then this card just help you to like survive the early games and like bury your opponent with like mono card advantage. The other one is Overlord of the Mismos. This is like 4 mana impending. Like you can like 4 mana impending to just make double 2/1 flying insect tokens. Like you can attack. Like you can have like fast aggression for the deck. Like sometimes the deck have like infinite removal, and then you are not like able to like beat decks like Domain. So you have like when you have like some good way to like kill your opponent, and this is a nice addition to the deck. But obviously like it is not the best against cards like Sunfall. So yeah, I think this deck this card still some good pressure to your opponent. Like when you can like cast like at the late game, you just cast a 7 mana 6/6, and opponent if your opponent can't answer it, this is just a Grave Titan and just take over the games. So I think this is a really nice card to have. And then the next one would be Demian Midrange. This is like this deck playing lots of flash game. You just try to tempo out your opponent, making them like not casting the spell at the right time. Like like you have like lots of flash spells like Mastermind, and then like Tie Binder, and then the 3/2 destroy guy, counter spell destroy guy, and then we got like lots of counter spells. And we also have the Mirax to like use the open mana there. So there's one card that's really interesting. Like the deck's card advantage really relies on the Mastermind and the gigs. Like Enduring Curiosity is just a good card to like get you card advantage. We have like lots of like cheap flying creatures, and then Enduring Curiosity just let you like whenever a creature deals damage, basically like additional gigs. Also, it has fresh. Like when you open 4 mana, opponent choose not to like cast into the 3/2 the legendary counter guy, and then you just jam this card. And also it when it dies, it just comes back. So removal doesn't really applies on this creature really well. So basically this is like when you are at 4 mana, opponent may have to like jam their card anyway, or otherwise they will risk dying to Curiosity. But the main problem for this for this card is it compared with the 4 mana slots, which may not be that easy for the deck. Like 4 mana is quite a lot for the deck. If your opponent is playing well, like they try to jam their spell when you open 4 mana, then you will be harder to like cast this card. Yeah, like harder to cast this card at the right moment. So yeah, but I think this card is still a good card to have, like when you compare with the gigs there. And then the last deck I would like to talk is the Goari Root deck. It is a deck like try to combo with like Root and the Typher, and then basically you can just get like you just clear your glaive and then like cast lots of generate lots of like 0/1 insect there. And then you can have you also have the adapt the Guro, and then like you can just keep forging your grave, and then just make a bunch of a huge board and then win next turn. Okay, so the first card to add is the Brute Spinner. It is a 2 mana 2/3 like enters battlefield, just surveil 2. It is just another chip enabler for the deck, and also the 6 like it's a good blocking creature. Like it's like you don't feel bad blocking with it. Like the deck have like infinite 1/1, and a 2 mana 2/3 reach is just really good for the deck. And also the second ability is also relevant if you don't have like Root or Typher, or you never have the adapt. Then you can just like 6 mana try to like make a bunch of 1/1 flying tokens. You can just easily win from there. Like when you make like 10 or 8 or 10 fighting tokens, then you can win really easy. You can also like the Typher and the Root can also provide the additional mana for it. And then the other one is the Overlord of the Belmuk. Like this is a impending 5. You can like cast it for 2 mana. When you just it can just like mill 4 and then return a non-avatar creature. Like basically every creature is non-avatar in the deck except the Overlord. And then also it could be a Planeswalker as well. It can return Planeswalker as well. So you can like return the Typher. So this is just a 2 mana enabler for the deck. It is a really good enabler. Like it is also a creature, so that you can like exiling this card from the grave when you mill it before, and then you can just trigger the Root again. So yeah, this card is really good for that. And then also it makes you have like a proper game plan. Like you just cast it for 5 mana. If your opponent just kill your creature and then like stop your combo, you can just have a strong card to win from there. So this 2 card like at the like normal combat game plan for the deck. So I think like the Root deck now have like some really good additional good cards and good game plan for that. So it may become better. So let's talk about the potential new decks. There are some new 2-card combo. So first one is the I'm not sure how to pronounce this. So this Grimoire. So basically it's a 6 mana legendary artifact. When it comes into play, you draw 5 cards, and then like it got lots of words. But the key wording is here: whenever you gain life, draw that many cards. So this is important. And then we have the Starving Revenant. And the keyword there is Descent X. Whenever you draw a card, and then like when you have like Descent X, and then you can like target opponent, lose 1 life, and you draw a card. So basically, you gain a life. So when these 2 cards in the play, at the same time, you just go gain a life. When you gain life, you just draw a card. When you draw a card, you're hitting the loop here. When you draw a card, opponent lose 1 life, and you gain 1 life. So you will go, you draw a card, opponent lose, you gain a life, opponent lose 1 life, and then you draw a card, and then your opponent lose 1 life, and you gain 1 life. So when you gain life, you draw a card. So basically, your opponent will just you will draw a bunch of cards until you don't have a library. But then like your opponent with maybe like 20 life, and then as long as your deck have like 20 cards or more, then you just win the game by like triggering all the way. So this is blue black decks. Starving Revenant is a 4 mana 4/4 like card advantage card. So I can see this card like being a fine card to play with at the 4 mana. But then the problem is that this 6 mana legendary artifact may not be that easy to like cast and not die. But this is still a strong 2-card combo there. Like when you have a 2-card combo, maybe you will have like some shell to fit this 2 cards in. Oops. And then we will have the second 2-card combo, and it's the Enduring Vitality and the Storm Sprinter. So the Enduring Vitality basically says all your creature can tap for mana. And then when the Storm Sprinter is like when you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you just make a token of Storm Sprinter. So when you have this both of this card in play, you go Storm Sprinter, cast a 1 mana spell or like 2 mana spell, you make a copy, and then you cast 1 more, you make 2 copies, and you cast 1 more, you make from 2 to 4 copy, and then when you cast like 5 to 6 spells, you have like infinite copies of them. Like I don't know, like 2 to the 10 is like 1000. So maybe you have like 100. Like when you cast 6 copies, it's like 50 something or 100 copies. So like this, Enduring Vitality is a creature really hard to kill. It's like you have like kill it twice, and then when you have the Vitality in play, and then your Storm Sprinter can just win, right? and then also the deck will play with like lots of cards like instant or sorcery instant and sorcery speed cards, like lots of spell, and then when your opponent is like they try to open mana to like prevent you to go off with, you can just use your mana to like cantrip a bunch or like deck for the ring condition there. So I think like this two card has a really high potential there. Like you just fill in your deck with like lots of removals and lots of removals and cantrips, and then when you hit this two card, you just chain off your cantrip and just win from there. So yeah, I think this two card is has really high potential there. We also have like cards like the 2 mana fairy, the 1/3 fairy deck mill 4 and try to take a spell, and then also the questing druid. Like they are like very nice creature plus spell, like adventure spells. So I think those have like Artemia would have some good shell for this combo. And then the last would be the white aura decks. The white aura decks does provides lots of like good cheap auras, like the optimistic scavenger. Like you just like make lots of like whenever you get a enchantment into play, you just put +1/+1 on other creatures, and then this is a fast damage, and then also the armor is a fast damage as long as you have like lots of enchantment in play. And then we have Shelter by Ghost. It's a good protection spells, and then it is also a removal spells, and also it gives lifelink to the creature. So basically, when you like get the armor and then the shelters by the ghost on a creature, you basically your opponent can't win by raising you anymore. So yeah, this two cards is really good. And then we also have the rescue, like protecting. Like we already have like the shield, the ward effect for the shelters by the ghost, and then we also have the rescue, like your opponent like spending the mana for the ward, and then you just get them with the rescue. Like this type of effect, protection, protecting your creature from your opponent's removal is really important for any like the ball ghost style decks. So like why give like 4 strong addition for this type of decks? I can see decks like mouse, like the red mouse or the white mouse is also good with like these enchantment and these auras. So definitely something to look into. Also, the rage, like generating the role model is also a way to like get an enchantment aura in play. So like it does trigger the scavenger as well. So I think like the white auras have some potential there. So yeah, that's it for today. And if you like the content there, so just like and share, and also subscribe for the channel. If you have like any interesting deck or interesting cards that you think I maybe missed it, feel free to like comment and let me know about what you think about this. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.